Have you ever woken up in the night for no apparent reason? You just open your eyes and feel something is wrong. The room seems a little darker than usual, the air seems thicker, and somewhere in the back of your mind an alarm bell goes off. At times like this, it feels like someone or something has woken you up. Perhaps that's what happened to me. I woke up at 2:25 in the morning, for no reason at all. I just opened my eyes and felt the air in the room become somehow heavy. Everything seemed normal, but anxiety was already starting to rise inside. I turned on my other side, about to go back to sleep, but suddenly I noticed a faint light from the window. My house is in a quiet neighborhood, and my bedroom faces the backyard. There shouldn't be any light there. I cautiously lifted myself up and looked outside, feeling a strange uneasiness. And that's when I saw him. In the very center of my courtyard stood a man, a tall, thin silhouette of a frozen statue. He didn't move, just stood there, staring straight out the window. It was dark, and I couldn't see his face, but I was sure he was looking right at me. My heart pounded faster. Could it be a neighbor? Or someone lost? I tried to reassure myself, but something was off. He stood too still, as if he wasn't alive. Not a single movement, not a single breath. I backed away slowly, trying not to make any noise. I grabbed my phone and dialed 911, but the call didn't go through. There was just no connection. I looked out the window again, and I went cold. The stranger was no longer standing still. He was closer now. Just a little, but I could definitely see it. He was moving, but how? I didn't take my eyes off him for a second. Panic seized me. I hastily closed the curtains, grabbed the bat that lay next to the bed. My breathing became heavy. Maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I'm still dreaming. A quiet knock on the window. Not loud, not insistent, almost polite. I froze. No one had ever knocked on my window. Never. With trembling hands, I slowly pulled the curtain aside. He was standing right behind the glass. So close I could see his face, but there was no face. Just a vague outline, as if the features had just erased. I jerked back, tripped, and fell. The glass creaked. The stranger tilted his head slowly, as if watching me. At that moment the light in the room flickered, then went out completely. There was a sound in the absolute darkness. Slow, heavy footsteps. But not from outside. Inside the room. In the morning, the police came in response to a call from neighbors who heard strange noises. The door to my house was wide open, but there were no signs of forced entry. My belongings were still there, but I wasn't. My phone was lying on the floor with the camera app open. The last image on the screen was of a blurry, dark figure standing in my room. What was that? Who was it? Was he even human? There are no answers to these questions. But one thing I do know. 2:25 is the time when something comes out of the darkness, and it's probably standing outside your window right now. If you liked this story, don't forget to put a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me make more creepy stories for you. And if you want to hear something really scary, post it in the comments. Maybe the next story will be exactly about your fear. Thanks for watching to the end. Sleep well, if you can.